Hello folks, Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Auto Detailing here in Dallas, Texas. I want to talk about something, it's important. I love this. This topic is going to be really important to me, right? I have a new car that I'm working on. You guys have already seen that I talked about using Iron X to remove the metals from the paint. You heard me talk about using Purple Power Vehicle and Bolt Wash to remove all the traffic film, do a nice strip wash. I don't know if the dealer put any type of wax on it. I asked, they didn't. There wasn't any evidence that they had. I didn't see any hydrophobic effect. The paint was pretty dull. Not dull, it just had no hydrophobic effect to it at all. It wasn't all that slick. And then I went over it with a paint prep. I did have to clay in a couple different areas, like around the fenders, the hood, and the roof, and that's about it. I did not have to clay any of the side panels or the side doors on this vehicle. What I want to talk about, Scott, that introduction is so stupidly long. But here's the deal. I want to talk about, because this is a new car, I saw this car about 30 days ago. I examined the paint for my customer. I told my customer the only issue with the paint is it's got orange peel. Well, guess what? A lot of cars do. Get over it, move on. But as far as swirls, scratches, or any type of love marks, really weren't any on the paint. But what I want to do is I want to do a very light polish on this car, and I want to leave some protection behind. Some of you might be saying, Scott, you love HD Speed. I got a feeling that's what you're going to use. Actually, guys, when it comes to new car paint or new preps, new details, whatever you want to call them, basically a new car, and my clients want to enter my maintenance program, I'm going to do a light polish the first time I touch the car. HD Speed is not the polish I'm going to use. Scott, what are you talking about? You love this stuff. What are you doing to us? Folks, I want to talk about Meguiar's Finishing Wax D301. Right now, I have very little imperfections in the paint, maybe a couple different love marks or whatever, but this will get rid of it. But more importantly, why do I pick D301 over HD Speed with new cars, new paint that doesn't have a tremendous amount of defects? Meguiar's D301 is not as aggressive as HD Speed. Okay, I don't need aggressiveness in the moment. What this stuff does really well, gives me really nice long working time on the panel, highly lubricated. Folks, one of the things I love about this the most, it will not, this is very important, it will not dust. I can't make it dust, I can't apply a lot of pressure, I can't work with an overly saturated pad, it just will not dust. It is a phenomenal polish for no dusting whatsoever. It leaves some nice protection behind, long working time. I want to show you how I use it. So here I go, right? I got my Torx 22D. I've got an orange, this happens to be a Griot's 5.5 inch pad. It's an orange cut, no biggie. Don't have to overthink the moment here, but I want an orange pad for a little extra cut. Why? I don't know, because I'm a goofball. But you don't have to overthink it, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply a couple little pea-sized drops on this, right? I'll actually put 4 little pea-sized drops on it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do half this door. I know that sounds like a lot of working space, but guess what? I'm not removing defects. My arm speeds are going to be relatively fast. I'm not going to be applying a lot of pressure with the DA. Hence why I'm using an orange cut pad or a medium cut pad. I want to get a little bit more bite out of the compound, if you will. And if you don't apply a lot of pressure or no pressure at all, you're going to be just fine. So I'm going to tap this product out. Oh God, I love this stuff for new paint. I love this stuff for new cars. Again, I got to detail this thing, right? I don't have a lot of imperfections in the paint, but I want to make the process easy, smooth, really nice for me. I don't want to deal with any dust at all. I don't want to find little pieces of dust in the window. HD Speed, will it dust? Yes, it's very low dusting, but I don't even want to deal with it in the moment. There's no reason to, and that's why I love D301 on new cars, new paint. Here we go. I'll spread the product out. I'll ramp up my speed all the way to the highest speed of the Torx 22D. Speed 4 on the dial. Scott, you didn't do the traditional crosshatch pattern. Who cares? Who gives a crap? I'm teasing you guys. I'm just doing a light polish. You don't have to sit here and do your 2x2 area. You can go with the flow. Enjoy it the way you want to do it, whatever's comfortable for you. Nobody said you couldn't do that. This is the part of D301 that I absolutely love. You guys ready? I'm going to apply my microfiber to the paint, and I am lightly going to just buff off that residue and just kind of get this thing to absolute perfection. I know the lighting's not that great, right? It's not all that sexy, plus it's a white car. But here's the deal. This is why I love this stuff. It absolutely does not dust. It will not dust on you. It will polish the paint. The protection that it leaves behind, I think, is a little bit better than HD Speed. But again, no, it's not as aggressive as HD Speed, but I don't need that in the moment. I don't typically need it on new cars. I love it. Works great. I have no dust whatsoever on the car. I've already worked on the other side, the roof, the hood, and I'm almost done in about an hour and 15 minutes. And I don't have one speck of dust on the glass anywhere. I don't have to deal with it. I love it. This is my new car paint prep. Could be a great polish and wax for somebody who wants to do a maintenance mini paint correction at the end of the year or just before winter to remove some of the swirls that you might have on the paint from, you know, touching the paint, because we got to wash it sometimes. Folks, this stuff is phenomenal. I love it. Even if you wanted to use it as a finish polish that has some wax in it after doing an aggressive compounding stage, absolutely wonderful. I love it. It helps me in this moment over picking this over HD Speed because of the scenario I'm in. Obviously, if there was more defects on the paint, I was not necessarily working on something so gorgeous as this. I love this, right? Look at my life. I get to work on gorgeous cars. Folks, I'm done resurrecting the dead. That's not my life anymore, and I'm grateful for it. But I wanted to tell you about D301. I use it every time I do my new car paint preps. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.